Hey, Max, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think your mic is not working on Twitch. Sorry.
Okay.
So just delete that file and start over.
Thank you to Man with No Screen Name for letting me know about the microphone. I just gave the whole recap. Apparently no one could hear that.
It was great. I definitely heard all of it.
It was a great recap. Hi guys, can you hear me now? Man with No Screen Name and Ethan Hans.
I just hopped on there and it seemed to be working for me.
Yeah, well, you're hearing me on Discord, but I just turned it on. I just fixed it. Okay, you can hear me now.
Yes.
Hey, Ethan Hans, Man with No Screen Name. Thank you guys for sticking through the absolutely silent recap. I just recapped that some of the members have been captured. Actually, I was just getting to this current status. So at this moment, Draco is poisoned by the weapons of the Phantom gang, who were guarding their bookstore in the Lamplit market. Check the notes, by the way, for the names of all these interesting places in the Lamplit market. I believe you guys wrote most of them down. And Draco's poisoned. Frasher and Typha, and just Frasher and Typha, or is there one more who's captured?
Mavra and Brett.
And Mavra and Breath. That's right. They got 4 of you. Mavra, Breath, Frasher, and Typha have all been captured by the Phantom Gang in a preemptive strike against the Wanderers, your party. Because they knew you were coming for them. You guys did not make much of a secret of it around the town. So, they struck first. They struck first, leaving a dagger stabbed through a note behind, just to let you know that they came for you. So, you are now So now you have you followed this. The clues led you. This female drow. She moved with preternatural speed down this passage and into this room here, accompanied by this rushing wind sound, and is no longer in this room. But you have found these 2 strange lanterns. Oh no, Kate is still having trouble connecting to Discord. Alright. That's rough. That's rough. Okay. So, there are just 4 of you, including Kate's character who can't connect to Discord, in this little room right here. 4 of you are currently captured, and we'll get to you in a minute. All right. So, well, let's see here. What should we do first? All right, you know what? While Kate is trying to still connect to Discord, let's talk to Typha, Frasher, Breath, and Mavra and Mavra, although she's not here. Okay. you guys. Frasher, Typha, Breath, and Mavra have had some very strange dreams. You dreamed of being wrapped up in horrible sticky webbing, trussed up to the point where you could no longer move. And like fever dreams, you dream of darkness, movement, and pain in your head. You dream of being carried and dragged and thumped. You dream of getting stripped of your items, all unconscious and helpless. And indeed, when you come to, you have splitting headaches. It's hard to even open your eyes. But when you force them open, you discover, well, let's see, who, make Constitution saving throws for me, please.
Yeah, that came out about right.
All right. Sounds about right. So Breath, unsurprisingly, is the first to awaken. And Breath, when you come to, you find that you are tied up, wrapped up in with like a sack, with only your head poking out, and rope and webbing, thick strands of spider web, wrapping you up all around. It's disgusting. Let's see. Do you guys see darkness?
It's like I'm there.
Good. Good. So, Breath, you're dimly aware as you struggle to open your eyes that that you are in a chamber near some stairs. And all around you are crumbled stones, the sound of dripping water, and webbing stretched over the ground.
I do not remember going to bed here. This is... Hello?
There's some laughter in response to you saying that, and you turn your head, and you can see that around you, going through your guys' stuff, just pawing through it with their dirty fingernails, are a few thugs. And counting your coins with a mad grin on his face is a male drow, who, when you speak, points a curved dagger at you, a kukri. and says, "You may speak when spoken to." And then goes back to counting out your coins and
Well, you
anything
just
else.
spoke to me, so can I have my stuff back now?
No. And if you make too much noise, I'll slit your throat. Alright. Frasher, Typha, and Mavra start to come awake at that point as well.
Oh no, it's not the dreams again.
She thinks that she turned into a spider while she was sleeping again, and that this is the natural result. She kind of flails around a little bit,
Well,
and then she realizes where she is and turns to Bref and says,
What's going on?
Well, I think we were kidnapped and we need to be quiet, or this fellow over here will slit our throats. Oh, I should probably not say that out loud, because that's not being quiet.
Sorry.
Are you guys getting any sound issues from me? All good?
Nope, you're all clear.
Okay. All right, great.
Yeah, I'm not having any problem. Sorry. I don't know if you tried talking to me. I lost service for a while.
Nope, it's all good.
Cool.
All right, great.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Grimslag, for subscribing again. A 5-month streak. Grimslag says, "Hello, all." Thank you, Grimslag. You're awesome, friend. Okay. Where were we? Frasher vomits. Ugh. I don't want to think about rat vomit.
Well, that's what he would do. I don't know.
Yeah. Or from the rats he ate, rather. Okay. You... Okay. So that is your guys' situation. You can kind of start to take it in. You can see... you can see your stuff. They're admiring your weapons, etc. You know, you're starting to come awake, but you have this splitting headache. It takes a minute before it hits, but after a few minutes after being awake, it really starts to get going. Okay.
Are we restrained by the webs?
You are wrapped up in a sack that is then wrapped around with rope and thick strands of webbing.
Yes.
And
You are quite restrained. You can barely move a finger.
And I don't see them on the map. You said that we can see them going through our items. Are they keeping a close eye on us at this point?
They're practically on top of you.
Okay.
They've taken your stuff. They've got it in piles in here. I just haven't put them all on the map.
Yeah, I see the, Oh, no, I don't. Never mind. Typha looks different than I remember.
So, I'm gonna link a spell into chat, and I want you to tell me if this would bring like the bag with me. Did it go into chat? I don't know how to do this.
No.
Is this Misty Step?
No, this is Thunderstep.
Oh, fun. Is it verbal only?
It's verbal only, and it's teleport yourself to an unoccupied space within range. Blah 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 blah. So would teleport effects bring all of the baggage with me?
Well, Frasher's not very magically. Do you have? Are you trained in? Are you proficient in spellcraft, in Arcana?
Yeah, but he's still bad at it.
But he is proficient.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's real hard to be.
In theory, you would be able to choose what you bring with you. if it's on your person.
Yet, I think
Okay.
he's definitely still waking up and very groggy.
But
I just was curious what your take on that was.
so voiceover. What none of the bandits knew was that Frasher had an idea, a spell that he had been learning
He had never
for a
cast
while.
before.
He had never cast before. But with Frasher's limited understanding of the power granted to him from the Merc, he assumed he could escape his bonds.
Yeah, I think that assumption is definitely the
It would
right
certainly leave a thunderous, damaging effect behind for his friends. And now we cut to the rest of the group, because this is what has been happening meanwhile. Back to the Lamplit Market. Okay. I don't know if we are going to get Kate. Wait, do we have Kate?
For now, but we'll see how this goes.
Yay! Okay, we'll see how it goes. Okay, guys. You have found 2 very strange lanterns here in this room. That's kind of a room for rent off of the Lamplit Market. There's a 3rd slot where there's a missing lantern, but each of the 2 lanterns you are able to pull out of the chest in this room. It's very odd. They're kind of these puzzle lanterns. Each one has this set of dials with these weird mismatched symbols on them. And they can be rotated and moved around. These symbols slid around on the lanterns. And when you fool around with them, you come to realize that there's a strange magic at work here. A wind that only seems to affect the wick of the lantern blows through when you start rearranging these symbols. And the more people who touch the lantern, the stronger it gets. Would you like to light the lantern?
Quick thing, Max. Right before we cut off last time, I cast find traps.
You
So I was wondering
did. You did indeed.
what that pinged.
You did indeed. And you discover a trap. You discover a 15 by 10 foot trap. On the entire rear wall of this chamber.
That's a big area.
And
That's a big area.
And there's another trap on the floor of this chamber. I don't believe Find Traps tells you how to deactivate or interact with the traps. Was that correct?
Looking at
It says
the end of it.
You don't learn the location of each trap, but you do learn the general nature of the danger posed by a trap you set.
Okay.
Whatever that means.
These traps are doors. And they...
So they're trapdoors.
What?
So they're trapdoors.
They may be. They are, in fact, trapdoors. Or trapped doors. But either way, going through them improperly may pose a significant danger. You guys are in this room here. We'll say Draco's standing in the doorway, like, all woozy.
Yeah, I'm leading on my staff. Occasionally, I vomit some like jade-colored goo out of my mouth. I'm not going to be very helpful right now. Can y'all hear me?
Yep, hear you loud and clear.
Cool. I had to put my phone under something because it was overheating.
All good. So Draco is all woozy. He's leaning on the staff, his very cool staff for support. Okay, let's go. So you guys, when you light the lantern, you find that the light shifts in these lanterns as you move the pieces around. All right. So we are now going to do a little bit of a fun interlude, because as you guys start messing with the lanterns, these puzzle lanterns, the noise of the brawl outside is getting louder, and you only have a few minutes to figure this out before the brawl is going to make it here to this room, and you are going to be engaged in combat, like with that very loud giant.
Dang it, I knew I should have charmed that giant.
Who came out of the fighting pits. Okay, guys.
Okay, I'm not so good with the puzzle mechanic things. But I think maybe that only one person should be in the room. Cause the drow that came through here was by herself. So if the magic is affected by the number of peoples, then probably fewer people is better.
Can you guys move those puzzle pieces? No.
Oh, I totally did not even see those. I was looking down at the bottom. No, I cannot move them.
Okay. I might have to... Ugh. Alright, this is going to take me a hot second.
Trying to think if I have any spells that can give us some, like a little bit more time. Does anyone remember if slow is an area effect spell or if it only affects one person?
It is area effect.
Ooh. Huh. Maybe I could try to slow them down?
Alright, this is just going to take me a minute. Just... Because... Roll20 doesn't know what I want it to do. So just bear with me for 2 minutes here. You are going to have to assemble these. Before the brawl arrives, if you want to do that undisturbed. And it will certainly help to have more hands going, because you're going to have a very limited amount of time. But of course.
By the way, happy 4th, everybody.
Happy 4th of July.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, happy Independence Day.
I watched the first half of Hamilton last night. And I had to go to-
Everything stays just as happy. No need to worry.
Oh yeah, no, I am fully aware that the second half of the play is only more joyous and positive and happy as the first half.
Just like
Absolutely.
Into the Woods.
Mm-hmm. And pretty much every other musical ever.
Yeah, the number of musicals with happy endings or happy stories, period, is surprisingly small.
Well, it's more like the second half is not usually when things get better.
Of course, I
Dude,
have to do
read a
this
play where like the
every
first half is
single
terrible and the second half isn't. Just to buck the trend.
I guess Les Mis is the exception. It starts off with everything being terrible, and then it just gets worse.
Oh my gosh. Did I have a faster way of doing this the whole time? It doesn't matter. Alright. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Okay. So. There's the noise. Alright, so this is going to be a challenge for 4 of you, but it's only 3 because Nico is poisoned. Draco is poisoned.
And
well,
Capacity.
Nico too. Alright, so you need to assemble the 2 images. In...
2.
Yep, there's 2 lanterns, remember?
That's fair.
In 3 minutes. You can all help. You know, if Matt and Lindsay, if you guys want to help too, you totally can. We can say your spirit is guiding from afar these guys.
You poor bastards.
And breath as well. Yes, I didn't forget you, Jeremy. All right. And do you see the timer? Go. You have 3 minutes. Ready, set, go. In 3 minutes, the
My
brawl
observation
will
is
reach
that
you.
the circles with the symbols in it go with the spider web looking one that's now on the right side of the map.
Right? One of them
And that's all I will
lines,
contribute.
the other one has.
Okay, I see what you're doing. I think we're gonna need a little bit more space.
You need some more space.
That's gonna.
I can do that actually. All right, you guys. Well, you know what? I'll give you more space now. It's when 1 minute elapsed. I'll just shrink these pieces. Should be able to do that. Oh, maybe not. Okay, I'll give you more space instead.
Also, the centerpiece on the left one we can't move. At least I can't.
Yeah, I can't either. I think I got locked.
The map is about to get bigger. Boom. There you go. Alright. We won't count that second minute.
I think we've pretty much got it.
Yeah, I think we got it.
Oh, there you go. As you guys set up, solve the puzzle of these two lanterns as they're rotating pieces. Just before the roar of the brawl reaches your little hidey hole here, there's a rush of wind that blows these two lanterns, and their colors shift and change. And in the light of the lanterns, glowing runes appear on the wall. And the wind picks up and feels like it's blowing you into this doorway that has now appeared, outlined by the runes on the wall. Those of you with special magical eyes that can read any writing would know that this says the Phantom Gang's hideout. It has their little symbol on it as well.
So are we going to the doorway? Sure, we're going through the doorway.
The wind is blowing you through. This wind from nowhere in this tiny little room.
Kiri's gonna grab Draco's hand just to make sure he comes with them, even though he's like crap.
The wind slams that door shut and sucks you into the hole. And you guys are swept onto this sort of wet sewer pipe slide that you slide down and land with a thump at the base of some stairs, where you see your captured friends who have just woken up with these terrible, terrible headaches.
Also, Max,
Yes.
since Akiri is holding on to Draco, she's going to cast Lesser Restoration on him and remove the poisoned.
Sure, you can do that real quick.
Cool.
You had that this whole time?
Yeah.
That's okay.
I only, just grabbed you, okay?
Let's try that again.
Also, I think that's the only time she's ever actually used it for, actually getting rid of poison instead of just undrunking people.
Oh, thank you, Kiri. That was most unpleasant.
I can imagine.
But you know, because we all got poisoned before. You know what it felt like.
Yeah.
see, who am I missing? Bella. There's Bella. And...
Ziklu.
And me, Ziklu.
Ziklu. Okay. All right. So you guys have just been deposited right here. You see your friends, and you also see some disreputable looking guys in dark hoods and a drow that Bella recognizes.
Ooh, it's my buddy.
Favoritist boy.
Gordrose the Phantom.
It's your most favoritist pincushion.
Exactly.
Okay, let's see. Some of you have dark vision, but it is mostly dim light down here. So everybody can see, but it's shadowy.
Okay, so Akiri, do you still have your pebble with light?
Sure. Yep. She does now.
Gonna say, because if not, I'm casting light on my staff.
Or may not be like a pebble. It's probably like whatever he grabbed first. Could be a leaf. Could be moss.
You grabbed the moth and turned it into light.
And suddenly a whole new mythology was born amongst the moth people.
So now you are down below the sewers, below the storm sewers. And there's this very strange architecture here. You feel like this may have been the older city of Westhead that the newer city was built on top of in times long past. And you, there's some very strange quirks and old statues so crumbled that you can barely make out their features, still attached to the walls in these sort of sconces. Okay. There's a loud, wet slapping sound as the four of you hit the bottom of the slide here. And this wakes the rest of you up fully and interrupts Frasher's thought process on his spell there.
Yeah, he was trying to remember the word. Like, it's real important knowing this word, and it's escaping him.
That's right. Typho. There we go. Okay. Obviously, as you might expect, the phantoms react with fright and alarm. There's a shout, and we are going to roll initiative.
Yay!
But before you do, let me clear the list. Okay, now before you roll, select your token on the screen.
Hey, Max.
Oh, except for Nico's character, Draco, because he needs a hand.
Thank you.
Seems likely that Siklu's going first.
How many
Maybe.
people are in the room?
There are visible 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 disreputable characters besides yourselves.
Oh, I don't think I can protect that all of us and also nuke them.
Not yet,
That's a
at
lot of
least.
people. That's a lot of people. Because there's 8 of us, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I
Well-
can protect 8 people yet.
Actually, you're not in a bad position because you really only have to protect 4 people at the moment if you shot it right in the middle of the battle map.
Oh. I will keep that in mind.
As you roll a 2, sorry, as you get a 4 for initiative.
4 total.
That is, wow. That's okay. As I am not at the table right now, it's probably best I go last.
But I got it to auto-populate, so that should bring you some comfort.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, let's see here. Ooh, that's not good for you guys. Okay, so some special notes about this map. Going up the crumbling staircase, slick with damp and lichen, will be difficult terrain, but not going down. Any square that is more than 50% full of spider webs will be difficult terrain. And if you move, if you run or charge, if you move full speed through such a space, you will have to roll to avoid getting stuck in the webbing. Also, any square that is full or more than 50% full of sewer water, which is what this is, and junk, is also difficult terrain. The steps rise about 10 feet up in total. So these guys are about 10 feet higher than you are right now. Well, not all of you. Some of you are up there. All right.
One more question, Max.
Yep.
How high are the ceilings?
An excellent question. The ceilings are relatively high. 15 feet in most places. Especially in this entry chamber here. However, there are many spider webs trailing and hanging around, many cobwebs that may be a little scary to traverse. Maybe that should be flying difficult terrain.
I'm
We
assuming
lost
that means
your
the walls
voice,
are.
Nico.
That makes
Oh,
At least I can't
We
hear
didn't
you.
hear any of that, Nico.
That wasn't me. That was Ziklu.
oh. Yeah, I was just saying. I assume that means that the walls are probably also going to be difficult terrain covered in spider webs.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Okay.
They are sticky and/or slick in other places.
Do they look
Lots of
particularly
fun. We'll just assume he said something very clever there.
I said, do those spider webs look particularly flammable?
Oh, they do not.
Okay.
But who knows? Ziklu, you definitely react first with your incredibly quick reflexes. You come out of, I'm imagining you slide down like Legolas on the shield, and then just like scooch, like just kind of just continue the momentum sliding out onto the floor. Maybe you do a little roll and just like come out into the superhero landing pose with one arm out.
All right. Yeah, so Ziklu, seeing that the walls are covered in spiderwebs, decides not to try to get tangled up in that. So he is going to move 10 feet up to get up the stairs to survey what's going on.
Okay.
Is the Phantom back here the only drow that I'm seeing?
You do not see the female drow.
Okay.
That you saw before.
Right.
He is the only drow that you currently see. There's a mix of races here. Some are humans. There's a tiefling back there. This guy's a halfling.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the people who are currently restrained right now, are they like upright in like a wall of webs, or are they like down on the ground and so like easy to see over?
Are your friends easy to see over?
Yeah. Yeah, the ones that are tied up in the bags and stuff, like are they hanging
prone.
up?
They're prone. Yeah, they're easy to see
prone.
over.
Okay. Okay. Then I am going to use my bonus action and burn another spell slot to recast Hunter's Mark on the drow here.
Okay.
and then I'm just gonna say, Phantom Drow is mine, and I'm gonna take 2 shots with my longbow.
So you lose your sense of direction to the other drow.
Yes.
So you can only have one active Hunter's Mark.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. If I had dropped her, then I could have recast it on him for free, but I did not. So, like, if she went down to 0 hit points.
Got it.
So, all right. So first shot with the longbow, and this is also an ambush because this is my first round in combat. So that's going to be a 25 to hit, unless he is surprised, in which case it's a crit.
He is not surprised. They became very aware of you guys' entrance.
Sure. All right. So that is 10 damage plus 1 from the ambush, plus 3 from favored enemy, and plus 4 from Hunter's Mark. So that's going to be 18 damage in total.
To this guy?
Yep.
Yeah. And a 25 is indeed a hit.
Cool.
Okay.
I would have been very sad if it wasn't.
What's your wisdom?
My wisdom is 16.
Okay. You can tell as the arrow strikes him, he does a kind of a swoop maneuver with his cloak, with his cloak, or his elbow, like kind of taps the arrow. He's only taking half damage.
Okay.
We'd like to see that again in slow motion.
Yeah, please.
Well, I'll give him an opportunity because I'm shooting him with the longbow a second time.
Okay.
And that's a 22 to hit.
That is also a hit.
Okay. Then that's going to be 17 damage.
Holy shoot!
Because I did better with Favorite Enemy and Hunter's Mark this time.
Got it. Very nice.
Nice.
Was he able to
Jumping
do that maneuver again, or was it just the first attack?
I think he can only do that once, so yeah. Per round.
Cool. All right. Then one more longbow shot into him.
You get 3?
But it's on the first turn only. Because I'm specialized at ambushes.
Okay.
So I get 1 extra attack and 10 extra feet of movement on the first turn. And one of those attacks gets an extra d8 of damage.
Got it.
But the last attack is only a 12 to hit, which probably misses.
Yes, you miss wide. He kind of just steps over the arrow, but he sucks in air. Your arrow deals quite a chunk of damage to him. It hurt. All right, Ziklu, I believe that is the end of your turn.
Yeah, the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to pop back down the stairs. I'm just gonna get into
With
this
your
little
movement.
corner right here, actually. Yep.
Got it.
So I've got plenty of movement.
Breath, your turn.
So tell me about these webs that I've got all around me. Is this like am I restrained? Do I have to break out of them?
You are, yes, you are almost helpless.
Got it. And would this be a strength check, I imagine?
Mm-hmm. You can make it. You can totally make a strength check to try and burst the
All right.
bonds.
So first thing I'm going to do.
You have both a sack, and you're wrapped up with webbing too.
It's I'm a turducken.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still feeling a little groggy, but nevertheless, I am seeing the murderer of my good friend, and that fills me with an uncontrollable rage. So that is the first thing I'm going to do. And then I'm going to make a strength check at advantage. For a 20.
Wow. Okay. So, what's happening here is, you snap the ropes, you tear the bag, and that causes the webbing to contract around you and stick to you. So, you have broken mostly out. However, so you're no longer helpless, but you are still restrained by the webbing.
Okay. So restrained, I know my speed becomes 0. Am I able to stand up from prone using my movement, or is it preventing me from doing that?
Now, half of 0 is 0.
Which it means I could stand up an infinite number of times. Okay, in that case, I think that is going to do it for my turn.
Got it. Okay. So breath is like, there's this loud snapping and tearing sound as breath squirms in the bindings. Okay. Time for the bad guys to go. The Phantom Gang realizes that they are under attack. And they are not pleased.
Hey, you said they weren't surprised. If they're just now realizing.
Now they're surprised.
But they were not expecting this all-out assault. Okay. The guys in front scream at you. Back off, wanderers! Or we'll slit your friends' throats! And they start stabbing you. People on the ground. Now, Thrasher, you are currently unwounded, but you are, you have this nasty headache, but you are helpless. Which means that as he attacks you and you don't have any of your gear. Which means that
Thrasher almost never has gear anyway, so whatever.
Which means,
Scales!
Well, he still has to hit you. But if he hits you, it's an automatic crit.
I still choose to believe that even if that was a 3 to hit, that it was the scales.
Yeah. He stabs you, but he gets a particularly thick part of the scales. Okay. This halfling is stabbing Mavra. Okay. They are like
that
panicking.
Was a journey.
He stabs Mavra, and his rapier like bends and like bounces out of his grasp. It's like falling. It's like it's like this totally silly moment as he is threatening your friend, but utterly failing to follow through. This guy is going to step over here.
Street gang to slapstick villains.
Yep. This guy's going to step over here. Oh wait, they have advantage to attack you though, don't they?
I was gonna say something feels like
they have
it should be a
advantage. They
little
have
bit
advantage
easier.
to attack you though. Okay, so we'll say that. Okay, we'll roll a second time for Thrasher. Oh my god. This is classic. So Thrasher is like lying there, and he's like being poked and not even feeling it. What is happening right now? So
For context, Nico, Max just rolled a 3, a 1, another 3, and then a 4.
What is happening right now?
Thank you for telling me that.
You went overboard with the restraints. Like, we shouldn't have been 3-layer restrained. It was too much.
It was too much.
Turns out the canvas bag and the webbing make for pretty decent cover.
Yeah.
Y'all, we found the new armor type.
I'm too stunned to deal with this. Okay, I'm still attacking breath, for God's sake. Okay, breath with advantage. There!
Ah, shit.
Oh my god.
Hey, this means that Brett doesn't lose his rage.
That's true.
Okay.
No, but you don't understand, Nico. Max rolled a 4 and then a 20.
I rolled a natural 20, so I'm still getting a crit on you.
It doesn't stack, though,
Wow.
right?
Wow. Okay. Take 10 damage. Halve to 5 because you're raging. He dramatically says, "Your friend, we're gonna cut your friend's throats," and he like tries to cut Breph's throat, but he just cuts more of the rope off, and like Breph gets like a little nick on the side of the neck.
The stubble that had built up while I was kidnapped.
So they threaten you and say, we're gonna cut your friend's throats. Breph, you still have to make a Constitution saving throw though, because the blade is poisoned. And then I have some throwing weapons and a crossbow being shot at Ziklu.
That's a 10.
No advantage this time. Oh, Breph gets a 10. Breph, You are poisoned.
You don't get advantage for raging or something?
No, that's only strength, not con.
Ah.
Yikes.
On the bright side, my quest to collect as many status icons is going very well.
Yep.
Now, Mabra has like resistance to poison, right?
I believe as a dwarf she
Well,
does.
I didn't hit
yes.
her. I didn't hit her, unbelievably. While she's trussed up on the ground, I didn't hit her. Ziklu, what's your AC?
My AC is 16. Did they have to move up to be able to see me because of the stairs?
Yes. Good point. So that guy's there now. They do cluster up very nicely for you.
For you, Nico, in case you're wondering.
Okay. Ziklu, you are hit once.
Okay. I have no special defensive things to do, so.
He deals 6 damage to you, and you need to make a saving throw as the throwing knife is poisoned.
Actually, I would like to, at my reaction, Ziklu, you feel a spiritual presence surrounding you as this knife heads towards you, attempting to block some of the damage, preventing 8 of the damage, actually, as I invoke my spirit shield.
That is so cool.
Awesome.
He is the beefiest of boys.
And it was only 6 damage, right? So I don't take anything then.
Alright, I guess no damage means you don't have to worry about the poison.
Hooray! Constitution is not my strong suit.
You are a little lizard.
Okay. Gordros clutches the wound and says, I will warn Nakir. You will all perish. And he turns and runs through these doors.
Coward!
Okay, bye. Said mildly in character.
Have a good weekend.
Okay. Well, the 3 of you who are tied up here, who are, I mean, Maverick as well, but this rogue just tried to hide in the alcove here and failed. So you know that she's there. Thrasher.
Okay, well,
Things have been happening
Thrasher-
very fast.
Thrasher, I'm going to say, is looking the other way, so he doesn't necessarily know about any of those details. But he's concerned by this significant number of people that have just kind of ran past him. And so that jogs his memory a little bit, and he remembers not the magic word from we were talking about before, but a different magic word. And he's going to cast. He's going to try to cast Misty Step, which is also just verbal, and see if he can use that to get out of these restraints.
Very nice.
So which square is he actually in right now? He's kind of like in between 4 squares. Okay, so then he's going to try to go for this corner here, because it has to be somewhere he can see. Are you willing to say that he can see that corner from where he is?
Down at the base of the stairs? No, he's
Well,
prone.
it'd be the top of it. It's this
Oh,
one here.
yeah, he can see the top.
Okay, so yeah, so he's gonna cast Misty Step and see if he can get over there.
Okay.
And see whether he ends up over there like standing upright in a bag or not.
And he just like, like gunny sack races.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
yeah.
what's going
Just
on here.
Slowly tips over.
Well, I don't think it would bring you up to a standing position.
Oh, well, fine. It's still funny.
Yeah. All
The
right.
real question is whether he can get rid of the restraints or not. So what do you want me to do for
Bam!
that?
Yup, it 100% works.
Oh, sweet.
So,
Nice.
mist coalesces around the scaly form of Thrasher, and then reopens a doorway right at the top of the stairs, where he then lands on his face because it doesn't stand him upright. But
Yeah. And there's a slight incline to the stairs, so he probably falls a little bit too.
the
real
bag
stupid.
and ropes and webbing kind of go like pulling themselves together in this little ball that he left behind back there.
Sweet.
Thrasher, it's still your turn. That was just a bonus
Would
action.
I still? Yeah. So that was a bonus action. Can I can use my movement to stand up, right?
You can indeed. It will cost half your
Okay,
movement
so-
to stand up.
Okay. So yeah, he'll stand up, and then for my action, I'm gonna summon my packed bow.
Right, they couldn't take your pact bow from you because
That's
it
Thrasher doesn't need any of that crap.
is... He's like, whatever. They still have your cursed book, though.
Oh, that's a problem. Okay. But I don't know that he's realized that yet. Because I certainly hadn't. Okay. So he's still got a little bit of movement left. And it's all friendlies down at the bottom of the stairs, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so he'll kind of sneak his way down there a little bit.
Okay. Ak-Iri, it is your turn.
Oop, I'm not on. Alrighty. So, does anyone look upstairs look particularly hurt? Well, nope. JK, never mind. Ignore that.
They're still threatening your friends, however. Thrasher has escaped. Breath has broken partway out, but he's still poisoned. Oh, I didn't give Mavra a turn. Would you be able to run her character, Jeremy, or no?
Yeah, I probably would if... I don't know if I have access to her character sheet.
You should.
I do.
Okay. We're going to put her in at Initiative 1.
she's a little groggy.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, can dwarves be poisoned though? I thought I heard somewhere that they can.
They can, they have resistance, not immunity.
Okay.
They had to give her an extra dose. That's why she's so groggy.
Gotcha. So Kiri's gonna half kind of do a little skip and a jump up the stairs to there-ish,
Okay.
just so she can peek over.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's going to cast Bless on Breath, Mavra. Sorry, not Mavra. We'll do Breath, Ziklu, and Thrasher. Yes, so y'all blast. Blast yourselves.
What effect does that have
Breath
on
is
Thrasher's
going up
hitting?
to a fourth icon.
Does the blessing help my headache at all?
No, it just makes you better at hitting things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's whenever you're... actually, let me put it in...
You still
Yeah,
have
it's almost like I haven't played D&D in months and forget what all these spells do.
I hear you.
Alright. I'm also casting it at 3rd level, so I'm also going to hit Bella, and I am going to get Mavra with it too.
Hearts for everybody. Oh, I'm using the wrong heart icon. Whatever.
So, and then whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw.
Very nice.
And then she's gonna skip backwards back downstairs.
Cool. All right. Bella, it's your turn.
All right. Well, I have my bow back, so I think that that's going to be what I use. And Butthead has skedaddled, right?
Right.
Yeah, he gone.
Actually, yeah. Everyone up at the top of the stairs could have seen that Gordros didn't need to touch those doors to open them. They blew open, as if in a gust of wind.
Oh, he's got the lantern lady thing.
All right, I'm going to stand there and I'm going to shoot this guy.
Okay.
$24 to
Oh,
hit.
yeah, that's a hit. Damage?
7 damage.
It is
Wait.
dim light. Did you remember that? Okay.
Oh, we're in light. I thought, oh, shoot. Well, then -2 to, so
No,
I got a 20 to hit.
Dim light. Dim. You're in shadows.
Is she near
Yeah, that's
Jerry?
what I thought.
Yeah.
I rolled the shadows.
Okay, great.
I thought you were
7.
saying it let's work. So yeah, 7 damage.
Okay, and that's this guy?
Yes.
He's dead.
Oh, dang.
Bam! He goes down in a heap as your arrow finds its target.
I had a whole cool ability I was going to use too. Oh well.
You can
Sorry?
save it though.
I'll use it on Gordros.
Okay, Draco.
All right, so obviously I'm gonna need a little help here.
I got you, babe.
Oh, yes.
Thanks.
Oh, okay.
So, couple questions. Could somebody check my character sheet for, remind me how many people I can protect with spell sculpting?
You only need to protect 3 if you do it right.
Okay.
Sculpt spells, 1 plus the spell's level.
Okay. Fireball, I believe, is a 3rd level spell. Is that correct?
But it just makes them take half damage or automatic succeed.
Yeah, they succeed on the saving throw.
Okay.
They succeed and they take no damage.
Okay. Well,
Um,
if they would normally take half damage on a successful.
it doesn't matter. Yeah. If they would normally take half damage, they take no damage.
Okay. All right. Great.
So
You want
I
to toss
would
out
like
a fireball?
What level is it? Is it 3rd level or 2nd level?
It's a 3rd level spell. You could, if you wanted to get all the remaining bad guys that you can currently see. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there are only 3 allies in that area.
Okay.
You don't know about the one that hid herself further up.
Right. Right, that's correct. So I wouldn't be able to aim for her. I could
So
only
you can
aim for the ones that are.
yeah, you could get all the bad guys and protect your 3 friends in a fireball if you wanted to.
All right. If I have the spell slot for it, yes, I would like to come up there and nuke the.
Okay. So Draco straightens, bolstered by the healing power of Zhurk, to no longer be poisoned. Stretches out his hand and unleashes his favorite spell, I believe.
Every wizard's
All
favorite
right.
spell. If we're honest.
Draco, Nico, you may not be able to hear this, but for everyone else, this might be loud.
Better be. That wasn't bad.
Oh, I heard it.
Nice.
And I believe... There we go. Boom! I'm doing a special effect, too. Okay.
Thank you.
So he casts Fireball and sculpts the spell around the helpless people. And they automatically take half, but then they really take 0.
Yeah. They don't take it. Yeah, it would take half damage. They actually take no damage.
Okay. I'm gonna roll for the bad guys caught in the blast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bad guys. Well, let's see. I got 29 damage for you with your fireball. So most of them are straight up dead. Just absolutely toasty corpses dropping to the ground. 3 of the 5 caught in the fireball just drop. Does the webbing on the PCs take damage?
It is vulnerable to fire.
Yeah, but he sculpted it around you.
No, that's very fair. I just thought I'd mention it.
I'm not gonna say that he could sculpt it so that it hits the webbing and not you.
He's good, but not that good.
Yeah,
Well,
I feel like that's a
it's
skill.
something
That's a
fire,
skill
too.
level thing. That's like shaving with a sword.
But you know what?
Can y'all hear?
And also
Yeah.
these
Yes.
webs are now on fire.
I lost connection for a while there. What?
You done did good, babe.
You killed 3 of 5 bad guys.
6. Sounds good. I think Draco would try to distance himself as much as possible from the enemy using whatever movement he's got left.
You got it. All right.
Thank you.
Typha.
Now let's see if this plan I've been working on works, huh?
She says, I hate being smalls. Smalls and stickies.
And she turns into a giant spider, which increases her size class from small to large. And the other thing is, well, a few other things. Web Walker, the spider ignores movement restrictions caused by webbing. I don't know if the change in size would snap the webbing. The other thing it does, though, is it gives me web sense. So while I'm in contact with the web, I know the exact location of any other creature in contact with the same web. Now, I know there's lots of people in this room that are oh, thank you, that's me. Okay. But I'm particularly curious to see if I can detect any other creatures that I'm not aware of, or even the thing that initially created the web.
You want to... do you currently see... Wait, I don't understand the question.
So hang on, let me drop it off my character sheet into.
She's got spider senses now.
Grimslag asks,
Got tiny
toasty
senses.
corpses, cooked to perfection, lie on the ground. Does the lizard man feast? Continue, Lindsay.
I mean,
Okay.
yes.
So if you read the text for web sense, while in contact with the web, the spider knows the exact location of any other creature in contact with that same web. So I'm wondering if I can sense any other creature in the room I'm not already aware of because it's already in contact with these same webs.
Not really any new. No, there's not really any new senses. This isn't like the chain guy who was like connected to webs throughout his lair. This is these are like individual cobwebs all over the place. But interesting. That's a neat ability. At this moment, it's not revealing any new rogues to you.
Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use half of my movement to stand. And then I'll use the other half to do spider climb up. Hang on. That pillar there.
Okay, so you can ignore the webbing, but you are still tangled up in the rope and bag. It's like squeezing your your spider abdomen. You're just like the two ends of you are like huge, and like the middle is like squeezed down. So you are currently restrained still.
My poor bulbous abdomen. Okay. Well, the good news is Typho only had a strength of like 6, so I'm going to use the spider's strength to try to break free of my bonds.
Go for it.
Oop. Sorry, hang on.
Just out of curiosity.
Well, we know
29.
you're curious, but we don't know about what.
I got what you're saying. You did 29 damage.
They survived half of 29 damage?
Uh-huh. There's a tiefling.
I think some of them are tougher than others.
There's a tiefling still standing. And
fair enough.
a hooded human. Who I rolled a natural 24, by the way. Okay.
So I got a 12 on that strength check.
You got a 12. That will not bust the bonds. So she transforms as a bonus action. And then the spider goes... but does not manage to disentangle itself from the rope and sack wrapping it. Okay, what does Maver want to do, Bref?
I'm sick and tired of being wrapped up like this, and I'm going to do my best to break out of here. And so she is going to make a strength check to begin breaking out of her bindings.
Okay.
That's a 24!
Very nice. Just like Breath, she snaps through the rope and sack. Now she's still tangled in the webs.
I think at the moment that's going to be all she can do, so that will end her turn.
Both she and Typha can roll a d4 along with that, I believe.
It's not a saving throw?
Okay, never mind. Gotcha. Okay. Ziklu, top of the initiative.
All right. Ziklu is going to pop back up this direction so that he's got a better line of sight on these guys. And he's probably going to take a shot at this tiefling here, seeing that Gordrose has left. So first shot is a 21.
That's a hit.
For 5 piercing damage.
All right.
And then second is a natural 20.
Okay. A
For
critical hit.
9. For 9 piercing damage. Because I can't roll to save my life on damage rolls.
Okay. He goes down.
Cool.
Arrow through the eye.
Alright, and then I'm going to pop back down onto this, or to the other side here. And that's my turn.
Ref.
So I'm still restrained by these webs. Is this going to be another strength check to get out?
If you want, yeah.
Could I imagine I can't get out my sword to help me cut through it, though.
You don't have your sword.
Oh, right, it was taken from me. Okay, well, we'll strength check it then. And since I was attacked last round, this will still be at advantage.
Add a d4. Add a d4.
Oh, wait, no, because... Oh, okay, never mind. Doesn't matter. I mean, I can roll the d4. It actually wouldn't be at advantage because I'm poisoned, so it would cancel out. But you know what? Let's have that d4. So 6. That's a 6.
Unfortunately, that will not succeed. Seeing the slaughter of their companions, these guys turn and run.
You guys that gave it to the Phantom Gang, they're smart.
That's true.
So he's going to, and he can sprint quite fast. So he'll disappear behind these doors. As he gets close to them, they blow open. So he doesn't even have to pause.
Does he take an attack of opportunity from Typha on the way out?
I don't think
Since he went
Typha...
through
Does
this
Typha
part?
have a 10-foot reach?
Let me double check. I don't think so. Well, I'm a large creature. Does that change my reach? I don't think so.
No. It would be a special ability of the...
Yeah, I mean, you had him go through a corner or a square that was kitty corner to her, so.
True. But he didn't.
I want to pelt him so bad.
You know what? Take it.
Yes.
Free attack of opportunity. You have disadvantage.
Oh, that's fair. And just to confirm, it can only be like a basic attack, right? Like I have web, but I'm assuming I can't use that against him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I will attempt to bite him.
All right.
But it's at disadvantage, so 1 sec.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, hang on, I'm having trouble with the macro.
Well...
Oh, well, they're both 14.
It's the same thing. Either way. Okay. You managed to hit him on the way out.
Okay, so he takes 7 piercing damage,
Okay.
and then he needs to make a DC 11 Constitution saving,
Or be poisoned himself.
or be poisoned himself. For his hubris.
Not only is he poisoned, but the damage also kills him, so he just goes down.
Well done.
Okay.
Another death claimed by the bestest of spider friends.
Oh, yes.
You guys have won for the moment. However, you are hearing ominous rustling sounds further on in the hideout. But you have a moment to catch your breath. You're out of combat.
Max, I'm going to assume I never got to see someone run through the door, right?
Nope.
Okay. Just making sure. So I'm not going to make any suggestions because I didn't see it. But I will come up to where the others are to see what's happening.
It will be but the work of a moment to cut the webbing off of and ropes off of that still remain on your companions. So everybody is unrestrained now.
We should probably check the bodies for bits and things
Ref
that
is still
our friends have
poisoned,
lost,
which is
right?
giving him disadvantage on a lot of stuff.
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
Thanks. Thanks for the illustration. Good acting.
Audio.
Nice RP.
Noticing that there's fewer bodies up here than there should be, Draco will ask, where did the others go?
I saw some of them going down the hall through those doors up ahead. Thank you, Gary.
Draco will investigate the door. Is there like a handle or something on it, or a button?
Okay, Draco investigates the door. You feel this...
Ziklu will go up there and help him as well.
Sure. Ziklu, you did see the doors open because you were partway up the stairs. So standing between these pillars, with the lumps of stone that used to be statues all around you guys, you have to step over several corpses. You guys are able to retrieve all of your stuff, and these guys have a bunch more interesting things. You are able to pick up some treasure off of them. I don't know what that was, but it was cute. Ziklu and Draco, you guys stand before these double doors at the end of this entry hall. There are markings carved into them, and there's webbing kind of in the etchings on these bronze doors, green with age and damp. You want to investigate the doors. Are you trained in investigation? Let's see.
I believe, yes, I am.
And I think Ziklu is assisting. Is that right?
Yeah, Ziklu is assisting, but he is not trained in investigation.
Noted. Draco, from the wind on your face, you can tell that there is something magically going on with these doors for sure.
Okay. Ziklu, did you happen to see any of them go through this door?
Yes. Phantom Drow went through. Didn't touch the doors. They opened for him with wind.
All right. Perhaps. Did anyone else see the other person go through this door?
I did, yes.
Did it do the same thing?
I believe so. I was somewhat poisoned at the time, but there didn't seem to be any obvious switch or other mechanism that I could notice.
Very well. I suggest that we check the bodies for any sort of unusual, perhaps a pendant, a weapon, something that might be used as a key that might activate this door that will cause it to open. Since it seems that it is something that they have that it could be a password, in which case we don't really have a means of getting it, but unless one of you can speak to the dead. But otherwise, it might be a key or a sort that will cause it. Otherwise, I'm not sure exactly how these work yet. But I think we should.
What about those lamps that we got?
We got a what?
We got lamps that let us through the door back there.
We already have enough oh, they let you through the door. Oh. Lamps don't normally do that.
I think, yeah, no, these are definitely magic lamps.
were the two that went through the door? Did they have lamps?
I have no idea.
I mean, it doesn't hurt. Might as well give it a try. Step over here and see if the door's open when you present the lamp.
When you check the bodies, you do find a number of pieces of jewelry, probably stolen, coins, small trinkets, and interesting objects, rings, and various things that, small gems, whose value totals up to 94 gold pieces.
Sick.
You can share
Nice.
out later. Or now.
Ziklu is also going to drag one of the bodies up to the doors, just to see if there was anything that was, like, proximity based
It works.
to open the doors.
It works. The doors, as you drag the body over, there's a whoosh of wind, and the doors kind of boom, slam open, and then start closing again. It surprises you a little bit, but
I didn't think that would work. Do we go now?
I suppose we should. The more time we spend here, the more time they have to prepare for us.
Okay then, I'll lead.
And Ziklu will dart through the doors.
okay.
I guess we're going.
I will
Yep.
follow.
Yep. Can you move my person?
Totally.
I have a question for you, Mr. DM.
Sure.
Do I need to shapeshift back into Typha in order to take my belongings?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do, because they weren't on your person when you transformed.
You have pedipalps, not hands.
Thank you.
Unfortunately.
She
Thank you
misses
for
her
using that word for
pedipalps.
that. I recently got the opportunity to use the word proboscis and then had to cut it from the piece of writing that I was doing. I was
Aw.
very sad because I was like, how often do you get to use that word?
It sounds very similar to proboscis, and I like that.
Proboscis, yeah. That's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you find
With puzzle solving.
you come to the next chamber where there are these large pipes. There are these large pipes, and you hear the rush of water through them. You guys see the pipes, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
you are down here under the main storm sewer. And there are these old metal pipes. And you can see water running through this course over here. And there's a kind of metal grate or gate. That the water is running into in this channel. And there are these various sort of hand-turning, whatchamacallums, just cranks that can be turned on the wall, and some kind of piece of machinery connected to the water over there. And the webbing is still in evidence here and there. Large, thick-stranded webs. You don't see any of the rogues that escaped, but you can feel the ground beneath your feet as you stand on this sort of raised area. thrumming and humming, vibrating with the water rushing below your feet.
Okay, I would like to take a look with my hunter's mark to try to figure out which way Gordrose went.
So it
Make
tells
sure that
you the direction? What does it tell you?
I get advantage on survival checks to try to find them.
Got it. Make it a survival check with advantage.
Okay.
Bunch of English majors here indeed.
That's an 18.
Okay. Now that you have his trail and he's marked, you can most certainly track him. That drow came through this door just a few moments ago. Went around these webs, leaped down here. You guys are kind of on a raised platform, so he leaped down here.
Yeah, I'm basically just going to be following in his footsteps as best as I can.
Okay. And the footprints that you are following end right there at this sort of what appears to be a blank wall.
Like it looks like he went into the wall?
It does.
Okay. I'm just gonna say,
I think there's a secret door here.
Okay, can I investigate that wall?
Sure.
See if I can find a secret door?
So, while you are doing this, Frasher has had what he thinks is an extremely clever idea.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to pause where we had the corpse that opened the door, and he's going to cut parts of it off until he can figure out if there is a smaller piece that will open the door.
A smaller
I don't think that's a bad
piece
idea.
of the person?
Yeah.
Of the corpse?
This is a very lizard man idea.
So you start experimenting. That's going to take a little time.
Yeah, exactly. He's like forgotten about what you guys are doing, and he's now curious about this.
Okay, what do you guys want to do while he's experimenting?
So this blank wall it's made of stone?
Yes, it's made of stone. It's an unusual kind of stone. It's very smooth. There are metallic elements here and there, obviously in the room, like these big pipes.
I'm going to start, and I mean this as euphemistically as possible. I'm just going to start yanking on all those pipes.
All of you have to turn aside. Okay, with your quick initial cursory glance, Draco, taking very little time, your initial investigation, you don't turn up anything.
Okay.
It just looks like a blank wall. Welcome back, Bella. Thank you, honey. Bella is dividing her time between this and watching the baby, so she's pretty cool. Some RP. Oh god, method RP.
oh dear.
What a hero. What a hero. I think you deserve inspiration for that.
I'll take it.
Inspiration for Bella. Draco, you can spend more time if you want. To do a more thorough investigation. Which would let you roll again and stuff.
Yes, I think I would like to do a more thorough investigation to figure out how to open this. wall.
He starts doing that. That'll also take a couple of minutes. What do the rest of you want to do in the meantime?
I am actually trying to pull on the pipes in case there is a secret handle. Having grown up hearing stories about such things, I'm like, oh, I know what this is.
Sorry,
Even though it's probably
when you
not
say
that.
the pipes, do you mean these, or do you mean the cranks and machinery over here?
Well, the stuff you said, the stuff coming out of the wall, the metal bits.
Right. So you just start. So there's these big pipes that you can hear the water and feel the vibration of the water rushing through. There are bolts here and there along the walls.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Okay. So you start
Like
checking all the bolts.
Breath
and all
is
the walls.
assuming. Yes, exactly.
Got it. Okay.
You're trying to like twist each one, see which one is the magic book equivalent.
Yes, it has to be one of these.
All right. The only thing that is really responding to you trying to turn it are these. What is the word? The wheel. The
Gears?
They're not
The
gears.
Cranks?
What?
The
Yeah,
valve?
they're valves. They're valves.
Yeah, the valves. That's the only thing that really responds to your turning it.
So I'm going to say Typha is drawn by the sound of all the running water down here, and she wants to explore this space further. Is this a staircase that's going up?
It is. There's a plank laid across here.
Yeah, so she's going to totter across the
Everyone is
same plank and
investigating
kind of
the walls.
So pursued.
Typho's the only one who
Stairs.
noticed there's a door or a walkway out.
Okay. So while they're doing that, those things, Typha walks up here, looks around the corner. You find some rubble has fallen in this room. Part of it is caved in. There's more webbing. And that continues along that way.
I don't know if she'd be brave enough to go all the way down there by herself.
Does anybody else want to do something?
You know what? Akiri's gonna decide to go help Frasher. Not cut people up, but see if there's anything like interesting, like a symbol or a ring or a piece of jewelry or something of the sort that maybe acts as like an indicator that could open up the doors.
Well, she has a much higher perception than Frasher. Much higher.
Ouch.
And you notice Akiri hidden, sewn into the lining of their cloaks, are these tiny vials. Now, Frasher was cutting them up.
Yeah, oh yeah.
In the
Picture,
hopes-
so he's like he cuts off a foot
Yeah.
and then throws it and
Yeah.
sees if it does anything.
And it's
That's
like
where-
there's
that's
this
where he's at.
horrifying. You take sanity loss, and there's these horrifying, feed me Seymour like bits of people all around the place.
Akiri very specifically has her back turned to him.
But you check the cloaks and you find there's these tiny vials of this purplish water.
Kiri's gonna hold it up, and dodging bits and pieces of people being thrown, is gonna walk up to the doors with it.
When you approach the door, the webs vibrate as if in response to this purplish liquid, and there's this gust of wind that blows the doors open.
Hey guys, I found out what makes the doors open.
Oh! Well, that was easy.
Excellent work,
Good,
Kiri.
good. Bring it quick.
Come on, Frasher, let's go.
Okay. He stops cutting off whatever piece he was up to at that point, let's say a forearm, and he takes that with him and follows you.
Cool. As like a pocket snack.
Oh yeah, he's like gnawing on it.
Okay.
I love Frasher so much, by the way. Can I just say that?
Thank you.
Fracture's the best.
Okay. Draco, you have... unless somebody else wants to do something while this is all going on. Any other meantimes? Bella, did you want to do anything? I think we either lost Bella or...
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Daniel Tiger's birthday cake got smushed, and I had to comfort Rosie.
Oh my god.
Aww. That's too bad.
But it still tastes good. Don't worry.
But it's not shaped the same. That's
Quiet you.
That's not the lesson that we're teaching our preschoolers.
fine.
So I'm sorry, I totally missed that. What am I supposed to be
Don't worry about it. I just wanted to check if you wanted to do something while the investigations were happening.
Not particularly.
Okay, so you slide down the cobwebby pipe and join the rest of them. Draco, you have completed your investigation, and you have realized, with your superior intelligence, and that this door does contain a secret door, but there's more. The wall does contain a secret door. However, it is a bit tricky because you suspect that it's connected to one or more of these valves on the wall. The problem is, the other two valves, if you turn the wrong valve, they'll probably flood the chamber.
Oh. Shoot. Okay. I think I see Breath going to like mess with them, and I say, Breath, don't touch those just yet. You have the right idea, but if we turn the wrong ones, we could flood this entire chamber. So we have to be very careful before we decide which ones to turn to open.
Which one's the least slimy?
The door.
That's actually legit.
That's actually.
It's always how they solve the mystery and all the stories are heard growing up.
Bravo!
Nico, you sound like a robot. We didn't catch anything of what you just said.
I just basically said, do I sound okay?
Mm-hmm.
I basically I just said, bravo, Breath, that's a really good idea. And then just said, like, yeah, can we see if there's a particularly less slimy, well-used valve?
Okay. Draco, you're not you don't have particularly keen senses.
No, I'm a human.
So does somebody else want to try and check out these valves?
Probably someone with dark vision.
Ziklu can come and take a look.
Ziklu, you can use survival on this to track which has been used the most.
Cool. That's an 18.
Very nice. Okay. You can eliminate the middle valve. It has rust built up on it and even some lichen. It seems to have been used very little. However, the other two seem to be almost equally well used.
Now, Max, would I have enough arcane knowledge to know if my Nox spell would be useful here?
Interesting.
Well, first of all, do I have enough spell slots for it? Because if I don't, then it's a moot point.
Oh, what level spell is it? 3rd?
I don't
Knock
think
is second level.
so.
Knock is a 2nd level spell? Okay.
Yeah,
You have
so-
two.
someone check
You
the-
have 2 2nd level spell slots remaining.
Okay. I guess before I burn a slot, I just want to know, like, is it the sort of mechanism that is too complicated for knock?
You think it would probably work, but it might have unintended consequences because you can't see the inner mechanics of the machine. So it will probably open the door, but you don't know what opening the door, which is really a valve, what else that will do.
I see. Alright. I will say to the party, I could try to open this with my knock spell, but it might have unintended consequences. In other words, I'm not sure what it will do. I don't know if I might accidentally release the wrong valve at the same time. So, in my mind, I think we need to figure out this without magic, because I think the results will be the same.
Max, question. Are there webs built up around the valves?
There are webs most everywhere, but not blocking the valves.
Okay. I was wondering, she's gonna come over to the door and like hold her little purple water thingy and wave it around mystically to see if anything happens.
Nothing really happens, no.
Alright. It was worth a shot.
Typha, not really knowing what everybody else is doing, is gonna poke her head back around the corner and say,
Guys, there's stairs. There's more up here.
Yeah, we think he went down through this way.
We don't know where that might lead us. Might lead us further away from him.
True, but there might be some clues up there as to which valve is the right one.
I'm gonna try something. I'm going to wander. Is there a shadowy? I mean, all of this is pretty shadowy. But if I wander like over here into the corner, would I be pretty well in the shadows, Max?
Yeah, there's less light over there. There's less of this sourceless ambient light. By the way, Bella.
Yes.
Since you have been hanging out on the plank, you have had time to notice that there's this sort of. Remember, I mentioned there's like a gate, like a weir gate.
Already?
Over the pipe here, like a valve, and it's sort of half open.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'll point it out to everybody and say, I wonder if there's some way that we could get up there.
So,
how high is it?
Without being aware of any
where
of
the
that,
water is flowing.
Thrasher had already climbed down into the water just because it seemed nice.
Oh, well, then the current will probably carry you, unless you hang on to the side.
Well, yeah, you can hang on to the side.
Okay, so he's kind of hanging on.
I tried literally to put him in the water before you even revealed that detail.
So the water is very, very powerful, however. There's a very, very strong current rushing toward this pipe opening.
And I'm sorry, you said
rear gate. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you said there was a grate or some kind of mechanism up here, but how high up was that again?
It's actually down. It's actually down low. So this is a channel. This is a water channel in the floor, quite deep, and the water is flowing very fast and powerfully.
Okay.
And it runs into the wall and under this wall here, into this sort of large pipe opening, where there is a half-closed rear gate.
Typha would like to cast the spell Walk on Water. One moment, please.
So I'm going to say that when Bella calls attention to the grate, Thrasher lets the current slam him into the grate. Not intentionally, but like he means to swim
Thrasher
over there.
lets go. Is he going to try to go through the pipe?
I thought you said there was a grate.
It's half open.
Well, then he'll try to
The
go through
grate
the
is only covering half of this pipe opening.
Right, so there's another half that's open.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So he could go through, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so let's go.
Okay. So you
Thrasher
guys are all
adventure in the
kind of
pipe.
standing around trying to discuss, trying to figure out which valve to turn and what to do, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Thrasher just is like, wee! And he just goes
He's
under.
he's feeling kind of like the thing with the door didn't really work out the way he wanted it to, and so he's a little reckless right now.
Got it.
I'm gonna say that as he does that, she casts Walk on Water, not noticing that he just went, shunting through this pipe.
Right on.
And that everybody else in the party can now walk on water.
Okay. I wonder what the casting time is on that, but
It is one action.
Oh, nice. Okay, so however, so Thrasher, you're ducking below Bella's feet, is that right? As you're like, because she's like on a plank over.
He's on the plank, so he'll go under the plank.
He'll duck under the plank, come back up, and come up to the grate, and then you can squeeze through if you want, or you could stop yourself.
I mean, I can hold on to the grate theoretically from
Yeah.
the other side, right? Yeah, so let's go see what's on the other side.
Okay. Well. Okay. So you go through here.
maybe,
Now
hook an arm
the
through
pipe,
it, kinda,
the pipe
from the
kind
other
of,
side.
this pipe that you are now passing into. Right? So there's a channel, and then the channel flows into a pipe.
Cool.
Okay? And the pipe that you are now passing into kind of restricts the flow of the water a little bit. And so it kind of just
That sounds like physics.
sucks
Thrasher
you.
doesn't know about that.
It kind of sucks you in, even more powerfully than the current was before, which you could barely hang on already. And now it's just sucking you through, and you pass through this pipe and shoot out the other side.
Okay.
All right.
Hopefully within 15 minutes there'll be some air.
Okay.
Somewhere in this pipe.
It's very short trip. You pop out the other side and are sneak attacked 4 times.
Sweet. He died like he lived. Shooting through a pipe.
Like an absolute dumbass.
Now, tell me they're surprised at least. Come on.
Who, me? Not in the least. You're surprised.
Well, if they were expecting this, then I guess it made sense, right?
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. All right. Roll initiative.
Stupid action if they were expecting.
Roll initiative. Roll initiative. Only Thrasher.
Okay. Other super important question: did Thrasher get a short rest at any point in the last 3 months of real time?
No. I don't know. 3 months?
I mean, like we haven't played. Like there's been stuff going on.
You were abducted
his
in your
character-
sleep. You've had a short rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Corey.
Character sheet had a bunch of spell slots already spent and hit points and things.
You have dark vision, don't you?
I have ultra special dark vision.
You have ultra special dark
'Cause he's
vision?
the warlock. He's a warlock.
Yeah, I can see through magical
Yeah,
darkness.
I wasn't
even.
sure what he gave up for his other special.
I gave up the other thing because I'd never used it. This I had used.
Okay. Okay. Well, you see a bunch of things in here, including
Hey, I did okay on
A
initiative.
female drow. This is hilarious, by the way.
Of
this
course
is
it was Thrasher, and of course he didn't consult anybody. It's fantastic.
I was expecting to very likely die in sewer system somewhere.
You're like, I'm tired of this character.
Oh my god, how many
I thought it was an
dudes
in-character behavior, so I took it. But
I
but I was not expecting to just find their secret hideout on the other side of this grate.
Choices were made.
I solved your puzzle.
Good job.
You connected the dots. You didn't connect shit. I connected them.
Okay, so they do attack you first, and they do have advantage and therefore sneak attack on you. This should be interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Thrasher has 26 hit points. This is gonna go fast.
Oh, well, I got some bad rolls in here.
What'd you say, Nika?
Let's see.
That's your max.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled real bad.
Wow. Okay, yeah, you might die here.
I'd like he lived.
Yeah, Rosie, it is sad.
I thought maybe you just hadn't healed your...
All right, so you get +2 to your AC because you against ranged attacks
that's
because
your-
you are mostly submerged. So what's your AC with +2?
17.
Okay. So I'm gonna get 1 nat 20 on you,
Holy...
and then 1 regular hit. Okay. So that's 24 damage for the nat 20.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, very likely he goes unconscious here.
Okay. And then you're gonna take 12 more damage.
Yep. That's like... When he goes to 0, there's no negative hit points in this condition, but yeah.
Okay. And the really crazy part is none of the rest of you can hear this happening because it's through a water-filled pipe and a 10-foot thick wall. So, yeah.
Guys, Thrasher go.
However, what's that?
Huh, I wonder where Thrasher went.
Yeah, so, Thrasher, you're unconscious, and you don't know what happens next. Bam! So basically you get all these knives and arrows shot at you. Thunk, 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 in the water.
I like that Thrasher doesn't know what happened.
Thrasher
For all he
doesn't know
knows,
what
he
happened.
would've
We are going to, boop. All that you know, Akiri, is that your bless spell suddenly left Thrasher.
Didn't Typha see him go into the pipe?
All of you saw him go whee and into the pipe.
Guys,
And we do all have water walk on us now, except for that dumbass.
Ziklu, I think you would be next to the valves at this moment, correct?
Yeah, because I was inspecting them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you all know that he just went through the pipe. You don't know what happened after that.
Guys!
Yes?
I'm not entirely sure what just happened, because I didn't drop concentration on it. And all y'all still have Bless. But Thrasher's Bless just dropped. And I'm a little freaking out. If we're
Okay,
honest.
we should probably go get him then. What was the spell that you just cast on us, Cypher?
I'll pop it back into chat one sec.
He's asking your character.
Oh.
I'm asking in character because I don't know that Draco knows what that does. I can't see
Got it.
anything.
You see Typha jump into the water and do a little tap dance.
And she goes, now he walks in the waters. It's great. Come on, let's go.
Well, all right then. Draco will also run over to the edge and jump into the water. He is eager to try this out because that looks cool as frick.
So you guys have walk on water, but the water is going into this pipe and it's filling this pipe. So
so he went through an absolutely water-filled pipe. Okay.
Yeah. He was the best equipped to investigate the pipe.
He was like, I'm going to swim down this pipe and see what happens. And then he wasn't expected to be attacked on the side. But, yeah. All was quiet.
While all this has been going on, Bref has been sitting in a dark corner, frantically grasping a hairpin. I think it's a hairpin. It's been a while. Perhaps even pricking a finger with it, trying to invoke someone to give some guidance on the way forward.
Okay.
We are so close to getting the one who killed your disciple. If you help me do this, please, are you there?
Bella and Akiri. And Mavra as well. You notice Bref doing this, and you have a prickly, crawling feeling. Kind of like there's this cold, this sense of cold emanating from where Bref is crouching over something in the corner, muttering as if to himself. And Bref, you prick yourself with the pin, is that right?
Yes, I seem to remember it was a hairpin.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
A long, sharp hairpin. You prick yourself with the hairpin and scatter some in the shadowy corner. Some blood. And Bella, Mavra, and Akiri, you feel this somewhat familiar, crawling, prickling, cold sensation on your exposed skin in that direction. As though insects were crawling over you. And it's this oily, prickly, cold feeling. Leaves a residue. Only Bref and no one else hears.
Why do you call me my son?
We're on the trail of the one who killed Equitas, and we don't know how to go forward, and we need help.
I love nothing more than to help you. not for Ecuador. I have collected his soul now, and it is good. You have something to offer me.
What would you ask?
Swear thy loyalty and fealty unto me, and thou shalt receive direction.
So I really like the voice mod, but I don't know exactly what he just said.
Mind if I try it one more time?
Go for it.
Swear thy fealty and loyalty unto me, and thou shalt receive direction.
I so swear.
Uh-oh.
So remember, none of the rest of you have heard the shadows half of the conversation. But Bref has been mumbling to himself, and you hear him say, I so swear. There's a penetrating quality to those words when he says them, and everyone in the room can hear them reverberating in your bones and making a chill crawl over your body. Breath.
Look, never mind. Keep going.
Breath. You feel. Actually. Yeah. Breath, you feel something crawling up your body and flowing into you through your mouth, nose, ears, and eyes. Because your vision clouds and becomes dark, you cannot see what's happening. But everybody else can. The shadows in that part of the room coalesce and become thick, and then creep up Bref's body and enter him.
Ugh.
Oh no.
Please no.
And his eyes become black with no color or white to them. And Bref, you get this strong feeling. It's not really sight, but you can sense. You can sense what lies. You can almost see, but not really see, what lies past the walls, the earth, the metal, and the water in various directions from you. You can sense a legendary being in this direction. And a treasure of untold value that it guards. and seeks to control. You can sense an ambush waiting just past the pipe through which Frasher has just gone. In that direction. And you can sense the secret chamber, only accessible through a further pipe along that same track that Frasher was going. In this direction. So, legendary creature, legendary cursed creature. You sense the curses. Ambush. Secret chamber.
I'm gonna walk over to the valves. Do I notice, can I see with my special weird creepy sight which one is connected to the door and which one is not?
I don't know that you would really get that specific of guidance. Again, like the darkness fades from his eyeballs. But Bref, you can definitely tell. Well, yeah, you can tell that there's some kind of poisonous residue on the leftmost pipe. Well, this pipe, this valve, and there's the mark. You know, this one has been used the most recently, which Zikri didn't quite have the tracking to manage to get that information.
I step forward and turn the right valve. The right hand valve.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you can see this, but Akira is giving a very oh no, no, I didn't like that at all look.
Okay. As he rotates that valve, this wall slides open to reveal a mostly caved-in passageway. You can pick your way through, but it's difficult, and you can't see what lies around the corner.
I found our way forward. Let's get going.
What about Fresher Friend? And what about your eyes? They're strange.
Thrasher swam into an ambush. If we're gonna help him, we can't follow that same way. They'll be expecting that. We need to find another way around. That's this way. And don't worry about my eyes. I'll be fine.
Akira's gonna sidle up to Bella and be like, talk to Fresh. Are we gonna talk to Bref about this when we're done? If she's there, I hope she's there.
Jeremy, I just want to make sure that you, the player, are aware of what I mentioned is being in this direction.
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
Just double checking.
So, I was going to do something while Bref was in the throes of his trance, not knowing
Please
that was
go
going
right ahead.
on. I was going to use shape water specifically on this 5-foot cube of water to redirect the flow, the turbulent flow of this water, basically making it branch, fork in these directions so that we could go through said pipe.
Can you do that?
I can.
Let me see the text of that spell. What's it called? Shape water? Is that a standard spell? That's from a source. That's not from the core book, is it?
It's from
Shape water?
Water.
It's not made up.
Manipulate it. Otherwise, change the flow of water as you direct.
Yeah.
Wow. In this particular instance, God, I love D&D, and I love this play style where, no one uses shape water or knock. Okay, nobody uses these spells; they're considered useless. But
it just jumps in the river.
If you play D&D the way I believe it should be played, these are just as good as combat spells. That's amazing.
They are.
That's amazing.
So I do this, and I turn around all proud of myself.
Okay.
And I hear Breath say, Thrasher was ambushed, and I go,
We've got to go. We got to go now.
So Breath, you turn the valve, you open the secret door, you're discussing this, and Typha is like figuring out what to do, and she parts the Red Sea. And that leaves this open path through the pipe. Right, Typha? That's what you want?
Right. That is what I want.
Are
we all gonna
and it
die
only works within a 5-foot cube.
Yes.
Unless you cast it multiple times. But you can change the flow of water.
For, I think, 20 minutes or something.
Which...
The duration is 1 hour.
1 hour.
But you can change the flow of the water. Which means...
You'd reverse it, fam.
Yeah, there's no... the water... It's like a river, so there's no, there wouldn't... if you change the flow of water here, it can't help but change it further on. 5 foot, it's not only going to work in this 5-foot area. It's going to split it for a ways, right? if you're just splitting it here, and then it reforms just past.
Or it could just be in that 1 5-foot square, there's just a line dividing it and it just flooshes out and it just stays along the...
Wait. So Typha, when you say you're redirecting the water, how are you redirecting it exactly? Are you causing it to spray out of the channel?
Yeah, so initially the way I was thinking of it is that I would be redirecting it, say, left and right, a classic parting of the Red Sea as you described it. Or I guess I could also be going preternaturally upward instead of going down the pipe.
Because you can redirect the flow. Now that's going to soak everybody, but maybe you don't care.
Don't care? He just said Thrasher is ambushed.
Right. So you're like, ambush, and then you redirect the water. So where do you want to redirect it to?
I'm going to say...
If you just part it here, it'll just make a kind of a hole in the channel, but it'll continue flowing around that. Unless you redirect the flow such that it leaves the channel. In which case...
It says that you can change the flow as you direct or up to 5 feet in any direction. So the way I imagine that works is that you can choose a direction for it to go for 5 feet, and then after that it just follows normal physics again.
Right.
So if you choose for it to go up, it'll go up 5 feet and then go back down. It'll be like a fountain.
Right.
So yeah, if I say direct it to, I don't know, our left, I mean the water is going to go back into the channel.
So it could go up this way and then go
Right.
crashing on the wall.
Right.
But that would
And we
still...
also have water walk.
What?
You could send it down the open hallway.
Well, I can redirect it for 5 feet, so I don't know that I can send it down the hallway.
Well, you know what? Typha doesn't really have time to figure out every single eventuality.
This is very fair.
So I'm going to go with what you said the first time. Hey, Nico, welcome. Hope your drive was okay.
Hey, Nico.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, he's here.
Now you can see the disaster in real time. Welcome, man. I'm gonna go with what you said the first time. So what happens is you split the sea here, basically the water here, and then it sort of reforms there. But you will be able to see. You should be able to see Thrasher.
Okay.
So Thrasher is still going to be carried, but you'll catch a glimpse of him as his unconscious body is flung further away. So you see him there, and then he leaves your sight after the waters reform and continue carrying for him forward. Okay. While all that madness is happening, what do the rest of you want to do?
Well, Ziflu is looking at Bref, and if Bref is saying that we have to go south to rescue Thrasher, then that's what he's going to do.
I agree. We wouldn't be able to, if we go down the same way he did, we'll meet the same fate. We need to find another way to around to get.
They're waiting for us on the other side.
He was right there. How do you know is if we go that way, we'll get to him?
And we'll meet the same fate he's met with.
Max, just to reiterate, the water is not at a level on which we could walk, correct? Just filling the pipe.
That's a long
It
story.
was. But Typha just changed that.
Oh.
I used shape water to redirect the water.
Okay.
So we are now able to go down through the pipe, and we still have water walk, so theoretically we can walk on the water that's, through the pipe.
I mean, we could theoretically, since we know that there's an ambush waiting, we could prepare ourselves, but there really isn't much we can do if they're expecting us.
Okay.
All
right.
Here's
You
a
are using your
thought.
action to debate aloud, so keep that thought in mind. Does anyone else want to do something?
Here's a thought. Bad thought, but we could let the party go at them from 2 sides.
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay. It is a thought, though.
But this is their home turf, and they're already pretty deadly and pretty sneaky. So
Walking into an ambush is bad. We should go south.
yes,
Okay. You guys rapidly have this discussion, trying to come to a decision. Thrasher, make a death saving throw, please. Thank you. What do the rest of you do?
Well,
Go ahead.
south. I say we go south.
I think that makes the most sense.
Ziflu will dart off to the south.
Let's go.
Yeah,
So I
Draco's
thought-
following too.
As they're going into the thing, Akira's gonna come next to Bella and be like, "We're gonna talk to Bref about this afterwards, right?"
yeah.
Good. Making sure. And she's gonna go in.
Okay.
As we move down this new path, She's going to cast Pass Without Trace.
Ooh,
Okay.
good decision.
That makes it more quiet as you guys clamber over this fallen debris. You have to bend over double or even crawl on hands and knees to get through and squirm your way through, causing the rocks to rustle and tumble and collapse. There's a weird sound that echoes along this tunnel as you guys progress. You can hear up ahead of you, most clearly Bref and Ziklu can hear because they're in front, the sound of some kind of work being done, like a clanging, ratcheting noise of but with a kind of a gross organic element to it too. And there's a humming. I'm telling you. They're coming. They want the crown. We need to open the sewer gate. Now. My lady Nakir, please. Listen. They are coming. Be ready. And Ziklu and Bref, as you guys push through the last of the rubble, you peer around the corner to a weird chamber with a large piece of machinery in the middle that must be something related to the gate. And prodding at it, covered as it is in webbing, is a large, accursed creature. Dark elf from the waist up, and horrific spider from the waist down. Looks like that.
Hey, we found the thing.
Finally.
Yay.
And Frasher, you are going to take one automatic failure.
That's fair.
From drowning.
Does my racial ability to hold my breath not work when I'm unconscious?
Not when you're unconscious.
Damn it.
And
Only
then
works when you're thinking about it.
you're going to need to make a new death saving throw. Success.
You need one more to not die, right?
That's
Yeah.
right. But we shall see how that turns out. Next time. Because it is just about time
Oh
for
no.
us
Oh no.
to call an end to tonight's session. Here is the chamber. As you come upon it.
It's way better than the chamber I went into.
But I'll
Kidding.
leave you.
Even the chamber you died in.
Guys,
I will not be in that chamber anymore. We don't know where I'm going to die.
guys, we don't got anything to worry about because I just realized I have one more 3rd level spell slot left, so I got one more charge of fireball. So we're
And we will leave your stealth rolls and Frasher's final death saves, one way or the other, for next time, I think. Seems like an excellent place to stop for the moment.
so much suspense.
Okay. Thanks for playing, everybody. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Thanks,
awesome.
Thanks for finding time. I know life is chaotic right now, but this is great.
Yeah, this was good.
Yeah, this time slot works great for us. So
Considering I spent the vast majority of this session in the car, this was super fun.
Oh, good. All right. Well, Bella's got to go. First of all, major thank you to Kate. Thank you, Kate. She took care of the baby.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And played D&D at the same time, making this all possible. Thank you
This is a real
to...
MVP.
Thank you to Jeremy, player of Breath. Thank you to M, player of Akiri. Thank you to Kate, once again, player of Bella and Awesome Mom. Thank you to Nico, player of Draco. Thank you to Corey, player of Ziklu. Thank you to Matt, player of Frasher. Thank you to Lindsay, player of Typha. Thank you all. You guys are awesome. I look forward to playing again soon, hopefully next week. Cross your fingers. It's going to be a very fun time one way or another. That's for sure. Player of Frasher's Corpse.
It's D&D Swiss Army Man.
We shall
I
see.
hope you have a backup character ready by next week, Matt.
Thank you to Grimslag, who subscribed for 5 months. Thank you so much, dude, supporting the stream. Much appreciated.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you,
awesome.
Thank you to the man with no screen name for coming by and everything else. And thank you to Ethan Hans, who was here earlier. Thank you to everybody who came by to watch. I hope you come by again for more awesome sessions in the Wildlands campaign. Okay. Keep an eye. Join the Discord if you haven't already. I will be. I'll try to be posting more Commoners Conundrums. More Commoners Conundrums will be coming up. There is one for potentially for this week as well. We shall see if I'm able to devote some time to setting up that little puzzle for the community to help the players out. Right, Matt. And I think that's it. So, thank you, everybody, once again. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you, Max. You've been awesome.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, thanks.
All right. Good night. Bye-bye. Thank you very,
Good night,
very much.
everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Oh boy.
That was fucked.
I feel like that's really the only way to sum up that whole entire session is, oh,
Oh, okay.
It was a lot